perseverance in the face of adversity, a return to one's authentic roots, and a budding legacy in formation. The tales of these three titans have intertwined, coming to a dramatic final clash for glory. What am I talking about? I'm of course talking about the Capcom Pro Tour, where professional Street Fighter players from all over the planet are competing for the right to earn $1 million as the final prize for first place in Capcom Cup XI. You see, the offline season has already concluded, but there are still 4 remaining online qualifiers where people are participating in the World Warrior events, these region-locked tournament series where people are competing to earn a qualification spot. And of course, 2 of the most coveted spots in the World Warrior program are those for the Japanese region. Only 2 players can qualify out of Japan, despite how strong the region may be and how many household names in the world of Street Fighter come from that region. Only 2 can qualify out of this region. 1 player will qualify via having the most number of points at the end of the World Warrior series, and then the rest of the remaining players in the top 8 position on the leaderboard will go to the regional finals, and the person who wins the regional finals will get the second spot. So heading into this tournament, there's a lot on the line. With over 765 entrants, the players to look out for are those, of course, currently in the lead on the leaderboard. Starting with the top 3 here, number 1, Higuchi. Higuchi, the Guile main for a long time now, the best Guile out of Japan, is in the number 1 spot, tied with Kakeru in first place with 90 points. And Higuchi has had a really strong year for himself. He's one of the younger players in this position, in this top spot currently in the Japanese leaderboards, but he had a first and a second place finish in the World Warrior tournament so far in Japan. Higuchi also helped lead his team in Street Fighter League Japan to a 3rd place finish, specifically with a win over Team Ibushigen, which features Kakeru. And in those final matches, Higuchi specifically beat Kakeru to earn that 3rd place finish. And Kakeru, of course, is the player in second place right now, really just tied with Higuchi in points. So Kakeru is the next player to look out for, who also has a 1st place finish and a 2nd place finish. So at this point in time, they are neck and neck tied with all the tiebreakers to take this auto qualifier spot out of this region. Kakeru, who is one of the most consistent players on the planet in the first season of Street Fighter VI, really made a name for himself. He got a 3rd place finish in Red Bull Kumite South Africa, 5th at Evo Vegas, 1st at Gamers 8 with the largest prize pool aside from Capcom Cup that tournament season, 1st at Blink Respawn, and then 2nd at Evo Japan. All of that for him to not even qualify for Capcom Cup, because remember, this region lock system is extremely cutthroat. Even though on the international level, Kakeru was one of the most consistent players on the planet, he did not make it into the CPT spot for Japan or win the regional finals in this really stacked region. He ended up getting 7th in the regional finals for the Japanese region, and then at the LCQ for Capcom Cup ended up in 4th place. And this year, he's trying to put a stop to that and finally earn his qualification spot into Capcom Cup. He also recently just got 2nd into Panga League and is really showing how consistent he is. Even with JP getting severely nerfed, he picked up Akuma and added M. Bison to his arsenal, so now he has a mix of characters to switch between depending on the matchup. And also there we have Momochi in 3rd place, who, while had a solid first year in Street Fighter VI, really came into his own this season with Ed, really revolutionizing Ed's gameplay. He's the one who popularized the Dream combo with the level 2 with Ed, which allowed Ed to have way more access to damage and combo conversions with his level 2. And he's fighting to earn his qualification spot there. Also fighting with nerfed Ed, because Ed was the primary target of nerfs in the recent 2.5 season balance patch. So Momochi is trying to see what he can do despite those nerfs. So with the context out of the way and the stakes laid out before us, let's get into the action. Here we have Fuudo versus Higuchi, already the number 1 ranked player versus the number 4 ranked player, only in top 64 winners. Brutal stuff here. Higuchi's already on set point versus Fuudo here. He's into the corner. Activation with the level 2 from Higuchi forces the burnout. Fuudo goes for the drive reversal to at least get a knockdown. He's trying to survive the situation. Goes for the level 3 through the boom, but it's just out of range to get the early active frame. Higuchi ends up getting the block, getting the punish, and with the media projectile, he sets up the frame trap and chip situation, and Fuudo, with cries of pain, drops down into the loser's bracket. Next up, though, we have Higuchi up against Narikun, and Narikun is an interesting character in this tournament series. Narikun has been a strong player in the Japanese scene for quite some time, but never quite had his big breakout performance. So he's looking to cause an upset here, because remember, Higuchi is fighting for his Capcom Cup qualification life. If he secures enough points to jump over in the leaderboard above someone like Kakeru, he will secure his first time Capcom Cup qualification. So here we have Narikun with Higuchi in the corner, secures a throw. Wake up Odie flash kick with his winner's life on the line. Slide through the boom. Doesn't get the range for the punish counter conversion. Walks under the jump in. Doesn't convert the combo. Mash out level 1 super. Narikun responds. And the pop off. Narikun ends up taking it 2-1 over Higuchi. And one of the favorites is already in loser's bracket. But speaking of Narikun, his run doesn't end there. He ends up going up next against Moke, one of the strongest players for a long time out of the Japanese scene. Here, it's also final game, final round between these two people. Narikun fighting to make his way into top 8 winners and a huge run of upsets. Finds a stagger frame trap jab, converts, gets the kill, and the pop off. Narikun feeling it, causing a string of upsets. Higuchi was definitely one of the favorites, if not the favorite, to potentially qualify for Capcom Cup, and Moke is in the running as well. And Narikun is putting a stop to both of their runs early, dropping them down to loser's bracket. Coming up next, it's the other favorite to potentially qualify for Capcom Cup out of this tournament, Kakeru. But this time, he had an announcement to make for the people before the tournament even began. Here, Kakeru tweets out, "Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm back." And there he is, showing the MR leaderboard with his character set to JP. Kakeru was the JP. He was the player that put JP on the map in Season 1. And after he was heavily nerfed in some of the balance patches leading to Season 2, he picked up Akuma and Bison and did primarily play those characters with great success in all of his tournament runs, even winning a World Warrior Japan event using Akuma and Bison. But for this tournament, it's time for the king to return to the throne. JP is back, and here we have Gachikun going up against Kakeru here. Match point for Kakeru. Finds the level 3. Dangerous situation for Gachikun to be in. He's gonna have to fight his way out of this to avoid going to burnout. Goes into burnout on his own terms with the Odie spinning mixer, but doesn't get the projectile out before eating the spike from JP. Gets knocked down. He has level 3. Can he find a way to activate, potentially get a level 2 out? Random eagle spike through the portals. He was in a bad spot. He was hoping to catch Kakeru slipping, and he finds no opening. Kakeru moves on over Gachikun. Here, Kakeru is up against Tomorock, really strong DJ player. Kakeru on set point once again. Final round between these two players. Gets the cross-up portal. The up kicks from DJ here whiffs. He goes for the full combo conversion. Goes for the knockdown pressure. Drive rush from the heavy punch in. Finds the stagger frame trap. Conversion to level 3. And Kakeru staying alive again. Takes it over Tomorock to qualify for top 8 winners, getting one step closer to earning his potential qualification into Capcom Cup. While all these players are fighting for the Capcom Cup qualification spot, including Momochi here, we also have his opponent, Itazan, who is just gatekeeping for the hell of it. Out of Japan, there's already 2 Japanese qualifiers who qualified from one of the 8 offline tournaments. We have Itazan, who qualified by winning East Coast Throwdown, and Shuto, who qualified by getting top 2 and winning CPT Singapore. So Itazan here is in a position to qualify for top 8 winners just to get his reps in to prepare for Capcom Cup, going up against Momochi. Momochi needs to earn his qualification spot and wants to do it today. He finds the whip punish on the knee, gets the conversion. Dream combo is a go. Yes, this man has grinded these combos out. He does not drop them in the clutch. Gets the full conversion. Empty jump low. Gets the conversion to the blitz. Knockdown pressure. Now Itazan has level 3. How does Momochi approach? He goes for the throw. No scare. This time he tries to bait out the wake up. The sweep is misplaced. Itabashi cries out. He knows the punish is coming. Full combo conversion into the medium blitz into the level 2. And that is all she wrote. Momochi secures his top 8 winners side appearance in CPT Japan number 5. But on to the next one. Here we have a surprise character in this World Warrior event. Goichi, a player we haven't talked about too much in the world of Street Fighter 6, while he is undoubtedly an anime fighting game god and multi-time EVO champion. In Street Fighter, he's always been extremely strong, but hasn't quite found the same success that he has in other games. But here he's making a really strong run for himself, going up against Otani. See here, he is on set point, has the corner conversion. Otani trying to fight back from the corner with the wake-up jabs. Goichi finds the low forward confirm, full combo conversion, ends with the level 1. That's all she wrote, and Goichi makes it into top 8 winners side with the pop-off over Otani. Meanwhile, in losers, the other favorite to qualify for Capcom Cup is slogging through losers, and Goichi sends Otani his way. So here we have Higuchi from his own personal stream fighting to earn his qualification into the top 8 loser side. Uses a drive rush from the stand heavy punch to get in for the throw pressure. Drive rush throw. What's the mix? Otani, how do you respond here with your tournament life on the line? Level 2 activation. You know that's going to force that burnout. Dangerous position for Otani here. He finds the heavy punch, and with the perfect, Higuchi stays alive with his hopes and dreams for qualifying for Capcom Cup. Meanwhile, another Capcom Cup hopeful here, Fuudo, is going up against Moke. Higuchi sent Fuudo down to losers, and Moke was dropped down by Narukun. One of these players will be eliminated right here, and Fuudo is trying to make sure that it's not him. Finds the driver's jab conversion. Level 2, dream combo time. Yes, sir. These Ed players are practiced. He's going to go ahead and get the full level 2 conversion, pushing Moke into the corner. Nerfed in terms of drive meter damage, but it still does plenty of damage, and corner carry does that level 2. Cautious pressure from Fuudo here. He's looking for the conversion. Finds the driver's cancel in for the throw. Jump over while Moke jumps out of the corner, but he clips him low, but doesn't convert to level 2. He has the meter for it, but fortunately finds the medium kick flicker. Fuudo reels back in exasperation. He knows that he potentially dropped a game-winning conversion. He needed to execute the OD blitz and cancel that to level 2. He had the meter on that hit. He kind of dropped it there, so he is very relieved to have earned his spot into top 8 losers. And with that, we have the final top 8 bracket decided for this tournament. Narukun making the run of a lifetime. Definitely the wild card in this bracket to being top 8 winners. A player that no one would have expected to be in here, taking over Higuchi's spot as the #1 seed, going up against Momochi, who is in a prime position to qualify if all the factors line up. Also, Kakeru right here is the #1 ranked player, tied with Higuchi, looking to cement his qualification to Capcom Cup, going up against Goichi, the other surprise player in this winners finals. Fuudo and Itabashi Zangief on the losers side, and Tomorak, another wild card there in losers, up against Higuchi, who is fighting for his life in losers bracket to see if he can cement his qualification. On to the matches. First up, we have Narukun versus Momochi, and does the dream run continue? Well, it's not looking too good. Momochi, so solid. Narukun is down 0-2, a round apiece. Momochi has Narukun in burnout, dashes under the jump approach, but Momochi finds the crouching medium kick drive rush cancel, and this is checkmate. No meter on the side of Narukun. That heavy punch to DI was guaranteed to stun or to kill on a combo counter hit, and Narukun, the dream run is not dead, but he will have to continue it in the losers bracket as Momochi moves into winners finals. But for Momochi, his qualification is not totally within his hands. He actually needs Kakeru or Higuchi to not place higher than 3rd while he takes 1st place in order to jump them in the leaderboard and take that auto qualifier position. Meanwhile, Goichi here, who has been playing spoiler, is fighting to simply make it into the regional finals. He started this World Warrior tournament with only 25 points to his name and needs to continue to win in order to even get into the losers. But if the moon and the stars align, he could potentially jump all the way into the top 4 to take a winner's side spot in the regional finals. So, does that dream come true? Who will succeed here? Kakeru versus Goichi. Kakeru, 1 game apiece, finds the back throw on Goichi's misplaced pressure. Gets the driver's heavy punch into the corner. The drive reversal is successful for Goichi, but with a sliver of drive meter against JP's in a very dangerous position. Tries to punish the whiff fireball with the OD legs, but misspaces it, and he's burned out full screen away from JP with a low life situation. It's dangerous, but Kakeru, I believe, misplayed that and meant to do a level 2. Ends up eating Hazanshu there. Goichi finds the counter hit conversion, but it's not enough. He goes for the surprise jump, knowing that he's at risk of eating anything for chip, and Kakeru stays solid, holds his ground, and ends up getting the anti-air to take that round. And here we have the second round in the 3rd game. This time, Goichi finds the back throw to put Kakeru in the corner. About a throw and some change for Kakeru, but Goichi messes up his pressure, put himself in burnout, eats a back throw with JP level 2. This is nightmare scenario. He blocks the high-low reset with the overhead fireball there, so he's defending his way out of the situation. Has level 2 to his name. He can potentially react to a projectile and punish Kakeru for that. Ends up surviving the burnout situation. Gets the OD spike trade on the fireball. Advantage here to Kakeru. Goichi, a pixel to his name. He just needs to find the level 2 conversion in order to clear the minefield and secure the round. Can he do it? Kakeru is very aware of that level 2 from Goichi and his Chun-Li and the reactions that this man possesses. Any one of these projectiles could have resulted in a level 2, but Kakeru is tricky with his projectile timing and checks the dry rush and takes that tense round to bring the score 2-1 for Kakeru. And here we have set point in this matchup. Kakeru on set point. Goichi fighting to stay alive in the winner's bracket. OD portals out. A misplaced poke lets the OD portals snatch up Goichi there. He's going to get the full level 2 conversion. Screen control for Kakeru. And with the check, the counter hit conversion into the level 1. It's going to leave Goichi with a pixel full screen from JP. This is not looking good. Not even a level 2 to Goichi's name to potentially break through, and a misplaced fireball gets punished with a spike from Kakeru. And Kakeru takes it 3-1 over Goichi to put himself in winners finals. Meanwhile, as we drop down to the loser side of bracket, we have Fuudo versus Itabashi Zangief. Itabashi, he's a dangerous man at this point. He has nothing to lose, everything to gain, just playing for the hell of it. Already qualified in Capcom Cup. He was sent to losers by Momochi's Ed, now up against Fuudo's Ed, and Fuudo is in a stressful position. Every match he wins gets him a little bit closer to qualify for Capcom Cup, but at the same time, he needs Kakeru, Momochi, and Higuchi to lose so that he can jump them in the leaderboard as well. He has a horse in every race, and in this race, though, he's doing pretty good. Here he is on set point with his Ed against Itabashi Zangief, 2-1 on the score. Finds the punish with the DI on the misplaced lariat, gets the level 2 conversion, and it's another dream combo. This is a nightmare combo now for Itabashi. His final rounds keep coming down to the dream combo. Gets the knockdown, safe jump pressure, backdashes away to bait out a potential level 3, burns himself out. Another level 2 already on the conversion, goes for the heavy conversion in order to burn out Itabashi in return. Safe jump again, stagger pressure, scramble with the counter hits, not expecting them, so it messed up his tick throws. Jump back light kick to bait out a throw tech or a level 3. Fuudo just trying to maintain the corner control, and he finds the final buffer into the blitz to take it 3-1 over Itabashi Zangief. And Itabashi, his fun has concluded, but Fuudo gets to stress more to potentially earn his way into Capcom Cup. Meanwhile, another player stressed. The number 1 seeded player in this tournament, Higuchi, is in loser's side of top 8. Meanwhile, Kakeru, the player tied with him in points, is smooth sailing into winners finals. Higuchi knows that he needs to win, and he needs to make sure he outplaces Kakeru. His only chance to qualify for Capcom Cup is by placing in front of Kakeru. That is his number 1 enemy, and he has to get that job done. Meanwhile, here he is once again on the back foot, down 0-2 to Tomorak, another wild card in this tournament, right? Tomorak is playing DJ here. Not as many strong tournament finishes in the Japanese scene, but he is up 2-0 against Higuchi, the number 1 seeded player, and the DI through the target combo. Tomorak with the meaty DI again. Higuchi did have the bar super to potentially break through, but just wasn't quite ready. And suddenly, Tomorak is 1 round away from eliminating the number 1 seed from the tournament and halting their Capcom Cup qualification. As we go into the next round, Higuchi does end up taking a round in this game, trying to fight back for his tournament life. Wake up OD up kicks from Tomorak to go into burnout on his own terms. We're back to neutral. Air-to-air jab. Quick reaction on the air-to-air from Higuchi. Now he's trying to take advantage of the burnout plus frames. Surprise stagger DI after the backsway from Tomorak. He gets the stun. He has the meter. He's going to loop him all the way through the boom loops. Recognizes that it won't kill, goes for the Oki after the level 1 instead. Finds the stagger jab, confident conversion into the flash kick there. And Higuchi, facing down the barrel of elimination and losing his qualification into Capcom Cup, stays alive, brings it to a 2-1 situation. Now Higuchi up a round again in the next game. Tomorak misplaces his heavy fireball there from DJ, ends up eating a jump in. Stagger frame trap after the drive rush light kick. Higuchi finds the drive rush behind the shield of the fireball to punish another fireball from Tomorak and gets the conversion. Suddenly, when it all looked like hope was lost, Higuchi has now won 4 rounds straight after staring down elimination point to tie up the set. And now up 5 rounds, and on set point, suddenly Higuchi has turned this set totally around. Tomorak was 1 round away from winning this set against Higuchi, and now he's suddenly looking at elimination point. Once again, forcing the burnout with the level 2, a common strategy here from Higuchi. So gnarly when Guile gets to activate that level 2 and force the burnout. And again, with the shield covering him, he drive rushes behind the fireball, and the shield again allowing the jump over DJ's fireballs. He just knows the awareness of when to approach with his own fireball shield to counter DJ's projectiles. Gets the surprise DI. Tomorak was not ready to react with the super, and with the full combo conversion, Higuchi preserves his Capcom Cup qualification dreams. And shout out to Tomorak. He played amazing, had a great run. but it wasn't enough to take down the #1 seed here. As we proceed through losers, Goichi, fighting to earn his right to even get into the regional finals, is trying to play spoiler again, this time to Fuudo, another one of the players who is close to potentially qualifying if all the factors line up. Here, Fuudo is looking at elimination point. Goichi on set point over Fuudo 2-1. Fuudo finds a throw into the corner. Jab pressure is denied, but the low forward drive rush overhead connects, and Goichi continues to play spoiler, eliminates Fuudo, and guarantees that Fuudo will not be the player qualifying to Capcom Cup today as Goichi's dream run continues on. And now as we proceed, we have a chance for Higuchi to get his revenge on Narikun, the player who put him into losers in the first place and made his road to Capcom Cup qualification a stressful mess. This time we have both players on match point for the first game here. Narikun has Higuchi in the corner, only a throw away from closing it out. Wake up buttons from Higuchi. Overhead target combo connects, barely survives the damage on the slide and gets the DI. He goes for the overhead reset to potentially get the full combo conversion into the CA, but Narikun, aware of the situation, is mashing that level 1 super, ends up taking the round instead, and Narikun goes up 1-0 over Higuchi in this top 8 loser side. Of course, it comes down to final game, final round between these two players. It has to be that way when you have a dramatic run back. And here we have Higuchi with Narikun in the corner. Narikun trying to fight out, finds a drive rush button in order to convert it out of the corner. Finds the whip punish as well, pushes Higuchi to the other side of the screen. Time to go for the Oki. What is it with the can? He takes the throw, but it doesn't combo into the bomb. I think he put the wrong strength of the bomb down. It doesn't actually get the combo conversion, which would have killed level 3. Empty jump gets back thrown by Narikun. Whiff jab, whiff level 3. This scrambles. I think both players' brains were overloaded. Higuchi takes the gift. He doesn't look the gift horse in the mouth. Gets the punish, combos into the level 1 to take the set and get his revenge over Narikun. Narikun did end up tweeting about this, saying it was too much for him to handle. He didn't know why he did this himself. He might have accidentally got the drive rush out of the jab. Maybe he wanted to do like an empty drive rush and didn't realize he was in whiff recovery from the light. And you can chase down jump backs and get level 3s, but I think there was just a scramble. Too many things happening at once, and the nerves might have gotten to him. And Higuchi is the one who stayed the most composed and capitalized on the situation. And thus, his dreams of qualifying for Capcom Cup are still alive for one more chance here. And at this point, we see the tales of these players begin to intertwine, because unfortunately for Momochi, he has reached the point of no return. Even if Momochi goes on to win this tournament, he will end this season with 125 points. Unfortunately for Kakeru, who is in winners finals and is guaranteed a top 3 finish, Kakeru's minimum point balance at the end of this tournament, even if he goes 0-2 from here on out, will be 125 points. And because of the past performances, the second place tiebreakers, even though they would both end the season with 125 points, Kakeru has a first place finish and a second place finish under his belt, and Momochi does not have equivalent higher placings. His next highest placing, I believe, is a 4th place finish. So because of that, he will not actually win or be able to win the tiebreaker, even if they have tied points. Kakeru's previous placements are just more powerful than Momochi's overall, guaranteeing that Kakeru will qualify over Momochi. So for this point forward, Momochi is playing to earn his #1 seed in the regional finals and to prove that he can still do work with a nerfed character. Kakeru, on the other hand, for him to qualify, he simply needs to outplace Higuchi. He would like to win the whole tournament. He would like to do it through winners and make it easier. But if he gets sent to losers, as long as Higuchi loses before he does, he qualifies for Capcom Cup. Meaning either Goichi can beat Higuchi, either Momochi can beat him, or Kakeru can get the job done himself. At any point once Higuchi is eliminated, we know who the Capcom Cup qualifier is. Meanwhile, Goichi, who was originally just fighting just to make it into the top 8 position to go to the regional finals, now has a real chance of making the top 4 winner side. Because he started this whole ordeal with only 25 points, if he wins this whole tournament, he will end the season with 75 points, which will put him into the top 4 to start winner side in regional finals, which is a huge advantage to potentially win that event to make it into Capcom Cup. So he has a lot to play for. And of course, poor Higuchi, who dropped into losers earlier than all the other top seeds in this bracket, needs to win every single match potentially to stay alive. Now, he is potentially hoping for Momochi to beat Kakeru, because if Momochi beats Kakeru, Higuchi needs to only beat Goichi and then Kakeru. As long as he passes Kakeru, he qualifies for Capcom Cup. And with those tales spun before us, we can get into the action. Momochi versus Kakeru up first here. Already a game on Momochi's side. Kakeru, he wants to win through winners. He doesn't want to drop down and potentially lose to Higuchi and lose his Capcom Cup qualification spot. Finding the driver's cancel does to Momochi. Meaty crashing MK conversion into itself. That is a really optimal conversion. The 2 times crashing medium kick conversion into the crashing medium punch. Really confident conversion and great awareness from Momochi to take that round. Momochi would go on to not only take that round, but that game, and here we find him at set point over Kakeru in the winners finals. 1 round away from securing his spot in the grand finals winner's side. Gets the perfect parry punish on the JP spike there into the safe jump in the corner. Stagger throw from Momochi there. Meaty flicker pressure. One of the most dangerous positions in the game is when Ed throws you in the corner. He gets a second throw. He gets a third throw. That amnesia ain't hitting like it used to. Projectile, no, that stops the amnesia. Throws the perfect parry attempt as well. Kakeru really trying to find any opening here. Momochi is dancing all over him. Look at the confidence in the movement. Oh, the little wiggle up there into the counter hit jab. Kakeru finally bites and gets clipped. And Momochi converts into the blitz, converts into the level 3, and moves on into grand finals winner's side. Meaning we are 1 match closer to potentially having a Higuchi versus Kakeru Capcom Cup showdown match. But before that can happen, Higuchi needs to stay alive, and he's going up against the player who no one expected to be in this position, who's been playing spoiler this entire tournament. Goichi here is in burnout while Higuchi rushes him down. We have a round apiece on the board in this first game. Higuchi scores the throw, gets the drive rush knee into the shimmy. Excellent conversion with the heavy punch there. Meaty overhead is blocked. Goichi demonstrating his advanced defensive skills. Gets the back throw on reaction to the raw DI while Goichi was in burnout. Amazing defensive reactions. This man, have you seen this man play DBFZ? It is so hard to sneak one past this guy. He gets the full combo conversion on the whiff punish into the level 3, and Goichi takes that first game. Higuchi here, though, is trying to strike back, and we see a common sequence here. Higuchi forcing the burnout by popping the level 2. Baits out the level 2 this time from Goichi as well, doing the whiff medium punch there to fake out a boom. Goichi was trying to react to it and gets baited, gets punished. Higuchi now full screen. Goichi with no super bars. Gets the driver's knee in for the pressure. This is a terrible spot for Goichi to be in, and he gets the surprise DI. Goichi did have the super meter right there to potentially react through it, but he wasn't prepared, and Higuchi is going to do the full combo conversion, end it in the level 1, and we have a tied set. Now Higuchi here is up a round in the next game, trying to bring it to a 2-1 position in his favor. Activate the level 2, force the burnout. You know, players will do drive reversal there to at least get a knockdown when they know they're going to be going to burnout one way or the other, to at least get a little bit of advantage before playing the burnout game. Gets clocked by the drive rush overhead, though, does Goichi. Higuchi is setting up his shop here. There is a level 2 on the side of Goichi to punish any errant boom attempts, so Higuchi does have to be careful. You can see him whiffing the medium punch there in order to bait it out, but gets the carefully placed shimmy in the meanwhile. He's going to go for the full drive rush conversion here with the boom loops, and with the optimal conversion, ending in the heavy kick to the level 1. That will secure the win, and Higuchi is up 2-1 against Goichi, getting closer to potentially qualifying for Capcom Cup. Remember, he has to win this set, and now with Kakeru and losers, he just has to beat Kakeru, and Capcom Cup is his. But Goichi strikes back, and now we find ourselves in a final game, final round scenario, with both players with around 40% life remaining. Level 3 on the side of Goichi, level 1 on the side of Higuchi. They're going at it here. Higuchi has to be so careful to not eat a level 2 by throwing a boom. You can see Goichi's representing the buffering where he's actually inputting the motions for the super early so that you know he's going to be ready to react by just tapping the button. He sneaks an OD boom through. Goichi wasn't prepared for that. That was a risk from Higuchi to throw that. Low drive meter situation from Goichi, spending the meter to get in, but he finds the walk back into reaction level 2 this time. Higuchi thought he was safe because he stopped buffering for a moment. You can see the jiggle stop, but he did the full motion on reaction to the OD boom, gets the level 2 reaction, converts all the way through into the level 1, and Goichi, playing spoiler, eliminates Higuchi, and Higuchi will not be qualifying for Capcom Cup, and thus solidifies that Kakeru, through all the trials and tribulations he's been through over the past year and a half in Street Fighter 6, has finally qualified for Capcom Cup from the assistance of an unlikely friend. Higuchi here goes on to Twitter to say, I guess I let my nerves show at the end. I finished in 4th place in the 5th World Warrior. I'm disappointed because I was so close to taking 1st place, but I'll keep doing my best because there's the regional finals. It was such a fierce battle. Thank you for your support. Yeah, Higuchi had a really great year. He had a rough start to this tournament, almost brought it all the way back, but Goichi proved to be too strong in this tournament, and he is out of the running. But that means that Kakeru, after 19 months of competing in Street Fighter VI, 3rd Red Bull Kumite, 5th Evo Vegas, 1st Gamers 8, 1st Blink Respawn, 2nd at Evo Japan, 2nd in Topanga League, but no Capcom Cup qualification. He has finally made his way into Capcom Cup. But it doesn't stop there. Of course, he's going to try to take the victory lap and ensure he gets there on a win. Meanwhile, Goichi, still on a dream run himself. He wants that winner's side qualification into the regional finals. He is not done yet. He's been playing spoiler all day, and he's trying to keep that up. Here we have a game up here for Goichi. Kakeru with a round in this game finds the counter hit conversion with the drive rush cancel straight into the level 2. He's going to go for the side swap, put out the portal, get the DI. Classic JP shenanigans here. Now it's time for you to guess. Puts the portal above him. High-low. He goes low. Goichi blocks appropriately. Gets a little shimmy into the throw there. Drive rush into DI. The tricks in order to trick Goichi's reactions to sneak in that DI. Goichi did have supers to respond if he could react in time, but Kakeru sneaks one past him and ties up the set 1-1. But Goichi doesn't stop there. He does take the next game to bring it to a 2-1 position over Kakeru to get his run back for the man and put him into the losers. But Kakeru here is fighting back, gets the trade combo conversion into the swipe to get the knockdown. Whip punish with the portal above him. The punish counter allows the spike to actually auto combo. He gets the knockdown, sets up the portal for the mix. Shimmy on the backdash from the drive rush back medium, which is a common setup in order to convert into a take throw. And look at the optimal conversion. This is like making the old JP main in my heart smile. This conversion was so optimal once he popped that portal, getting the full fireball conversion there towards heavy kick, fireball, drive rush cancel off the heavy punches, and ending in the down forward heavy punch. That is the most optimal ender if you're not spending level 1. So Kakeru hasn't missed a beat from switching back to his old main. He still has all the sauce and optimal combo conversions down to a science. But the action keeps going back and forth, and now we are at final round, final game between these two players. Kakeru going for the victory lap, trying to take his Capcom Cup qualification spot in style with emphasis. Goichi trying to keep the dream run alive. He needs to get 1st place to make it into the winner's side of the regional finals, but now he's in burnout against JP in the corner. Horrible position to be in. He's trying to fight out. No super meter from Goichi's side. Ends up not getting stunned without any super meter, so he's able to fight here, survive the burnout, blocks the overhead. And Kakeru baiting out the drive reversal. Goes for the shimmy, real subtle, slow walk up with JP's walk speed into Goichi's grill, gets the combo conversion into the level 2, and that's going to be all she wrote with the optimal shimmy punish. Kakeru takes it over Goichi. Goichi double jeopardy by the Capcom Cup qualifier, ends his run in 3rd place, and even though he didn't make it into the winner's side of the regional finals, he succeeded in playing spoiler and doing his job and making it into the regional finals, and he will have one more shot to qualify into the Capcom Cup. But now we have the grand finals. 2 players, 2 titans of the game playing for pride here. Momochi, now that he's in grand finals winner's side, has secured his spot as the #1 seed in the regional finals, but he's playing for something more, to prove that he can win even when his character gets nerfed. Kakeru, similar position. His JP was the target of a lot of nerfs in the original Season 2 balance patch, but now he's back to his old main. He earned his Capcom Cup qualification spot, and it's now time for him to prove that he can do it with the 1st place finish on top of it. Let's get into the games here. 1 round apiece in this first game. Momochi up against Kakeru. Momochi on the verge of burnout, finds the whiff punish with the stand MK on Kakeru's whiff crouching MK, does a drive rush combo conversion. Kakeru trying to find a way to maybe pop a level 2. Misses the jab conversion there, ends up whiffing a drive rush cancel, but he finds the crouching medium kick counter hit, converts into the swipe, ends up taking it with the level 3. First game to Kakeru. Momochi ends up taking the next game, and now we go into game 3, a round apiece, to see who will go up 2-1 in the set. Really pivotal round right here to see who has the advantage. Really close on that down forward heavy punch. Momochi manages to block and get the punish with the heavy punch into the OD flicker. And there you have it, the evolution in response to the nerfs, Momochi goes for the stand MK into the charge flicker, and this is a really pivotal moment right here because one of the big nerfs to Ed was essentially that if he cancels any normal into his flicker, even if he were to do his command dash back, the kill rush backwards, DI would still reach because they added a huge extended hurt box on the command dash back. In response to this, Momochi now utilized that awareness where people now look for any button into flicker and automatically react with DI because the DI will always connect. He now utilizes the level 3 cancel in order to bait out that autopilot reaction. When you see the DI come out, you cancel the flicker into the level 3, and it plays on people's reactions and lack of awareness. Kakeru trained himself to react to the situation with DI, but didn't have the awareness in this moment to not do it in case Momochi had level 3. So this was a masterful bait from Momochi and reaction to see the DI cancel in time. It's a very tight window to cancel the flicker to level 3 on DI like that, and ends up securing the level 3 on Kakeru, putting him in a strong position in this round. Drive rush, crouching medium kick for pressure. Kakeru defends. The harassment from Momochi, dancing on him, finding the counter hit conversion, takes the third game with a perfect to go up 2-1 in the grand finals with the winner's side advantage. Now Momochi one game away from taking his first World Warrior Japan event of the season. Moving on him, drive rush flicker into the backdash, showing the movement. Wow, look at the discipline from Momochi in this moment. Kakeru uses drive rush jab to get in for pressure and wiggles in his face, really trying to bait out a throw tech potentially from Momochi, but in the face of all that movement, Momochi just glues to down back and then on reaction sees the jump cross-up attempt to get out of the corner and then air-to-airs with jump back jab to maintain the corner control. Amazing discipline and awareness from Momochi. Finds the perfect parry into the combo conversion, baits out the wake-up amnesia, secures the grab, and Momochi is now on tournament point over the Capcom Cup qualifier. And that discipline and that confidence just seems to keep building. He does the kill rush out of the flicker to bait out the parry right there. Finds another throw. Look at him walk about a half-screen distance into Kakeru's grill. He's moving all in and out of Kakeru's ranges. Kakeru doesn't know when to press, and when he finally does, the whiff punish is put in perfect place. Momochi finds a conversion, converts to the level 3, and takes Japan World Warrior number 5. And here Momochi proves to himself and to the community that even in the face of heavy nerfs, you can still get the job done. When Ed was nerfed in season 2.5, you could see all the memes going around about, Ed players going to have to find a job at McDonald's and the OD Blitz ass tweets and everything like that. But Momochi stays solid, gets the job done, and innovates his gameplay as well in response to these nerfs to secure his first World Warrior Japan victory. But the real winner here today might just be Kakeru. Like I mentioned before, Kakeru was the poster child for why the CPT format was heavily flawed, being one of the most prolific and most consistent and successful players in the first season and in season 2 as well, but not managing to qualify for Capcom Cup due to how stacked the Japanese region is. This year, we will not be missing out on Kakeru in Capcom Cup. You will not have to try in the non-existent LCQ. Kakeru has finally earned his spot, rightfully so, into Capcom Cup 11. And what do the winners have to say about this event? Kakeru here says, I thought we could have made good use of what we learned from winners and changed our moves, but Momochi's response was amazing. That said, confirming the Capcom Cup is a huge deal. We're going to win it for the first time in our first appearance in Japan. Thank you for your support. And the first place finisher in this tournament, Momochi. So World Warrior 5 was a brilliant victory as the winner. I'm happy because even though I made it to the top 8 last year, I had a hard time winning. Although we didn't come in first place, we did make it to the regional finals in good shape. So we'll definitely win there. And that's all I have for this video. I'm definitely scared for everyone going up against Momochi in the regional finals. He seems to be in top form and hungry to earn his qualification into Capcom Cup 11. Congrats again to Kakeru. I'm looking forward to seeing his JP do mad work at the tournament. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.